What's up, my beautiful people? What is popping? What's going on in your neck of the woods? Welcome to today's edition of Thursday Thoughts. Let me get out of the road because people here, they be riding these golf carts. I'm thinking about getting a bike. But I have not gotten one yet. I'd rather walk than bike. And then when I go to the store, someone see my bike, I'm gonna be really upset. But so what's going on with y'all? Happy Thursday. I like to call it Happy Friday Eve. I'm out here walking, getting some steps in for my mom. Hey, mom. But have you ever been in an environment where everything just seems to just fall into place? The people, the energy, and you just wake up just excited about life every day? It's an amazing feeling, even though it's like 97 degrees out here. It's not 97, I'm exaggerating. It is a little warm, but I didn't walk earlier, so I got up here and walked today. I like to tell myself I'm doing 74 hard. You know, the 75 hard is when you exercise twice a day. One of the workouts has to be outside, and you drink water and you read books. But I call it 74 because I like mimosas and I like brunch on Sunday and starting over every day, every week will not really be an option. But it is very important to be in an environment where you are growing. You know how it says if you're not growing, you're dying. That is true. And I have learned that growth is a lifelong process. You never, ever, ever stop growing. And I think that's good because that's part of the process. I went to go get some cookies because I have cookies with my coffee in the morning. They didn't have my cookies last time. And they know me every time I go there. Girls like, long time no see. Y'all didn't have my cookies. So I got some banana bread. So I'm going to have banana bread in the morning with my coffee. Sit outside my coffee and Jesus. But and I was listening to Stormy Wellington the other day. I absolutely love her story. If you don't know who she is, you should look her. The story is amazing. And one of the young ladies asked her, what do you do when you don't feel confident? And Stormy basically told her, you reinvent yourself. I was like, okay, that sounds good. Because I know for me, that's something I had to do once I got divorced. Because it was like I was always Justin's mom or Justin's dad's wife. And I think that's important as a woman, your identity. It shouldn't be around one thing, because as women, I think we're freaking awesome and powerful beyond measure, all the things that we do and are capable of. And on today's women's call, I love the women advantage. They are freaking amazing. So Natalie asked today, what is it that you're struggling with? So me being transparent, I was sharing how all my life I have been told that I was too much, too extra, too this, too that. And I remember when I was in the military, this guy, I thought he was my friend. I don't know. And he said I needed to be tamed. And I was like, what am I, like an animal or something? And it kind of hurt my feelings, but it was like, I was always taught to just tone it down or not be so much. But I'm in a place in my life, it's like, you be who you are unapologetically, because that's who God made you to be. Be a nice person, be a good person. And I always tell people I share love, joy, and happiness. And I talk to everybody, and that's a thing, because we're from South Carolina, I guess. I don't know. But I just genuinely love people. It feels good to be loved, right? And thank you for joining me on my walk today. Enjoying today's edition of Thursday Thought. I may take y'all all the way to the end. I'm not really sure. It depends on what's going on up here. And whoever made a waist trainer, Jesus, pray for me. These are my weaknesses. And I like cookies and ice cream. And so I'm out here sweat. And then it feels good too. You feel so much better when you exercise. And that's another thing we're talking about. We're going to create a challenge where we encourage each other. And you get so many points for whatever it is that you do. I think I'm going to win, because when they was talking about losing weight, I'm like, nah, that's not my thing, because I weigh like 145 pounds soaking wet. I could tone up, but I don't think I need to lose any weight. But that's it. Oh, and Stormy was saying, when your self-esteeming is not esteeming, I thought that was hilarious. But the community advantage is absolutely amazing. And the support that you get, it is like none other. Where else can you just say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with or whatever? And you just sit down and have a conversation with somebody and we talk through it. And just like they were like today, well, you don't have a bad day, you have a bad moment. But I literally don't look at things as bad or good anymore. It is what it is. And that's what helps. And like gardening helps me focus lately. So that's one thing that I'm doing. I started my container garden. I had to transplant some plants. And I hope I have enough room. And did I tell you about the dude I met one day? If I did, I'm going to tell y'all again. I want to say he was almost 100. I think he said it was like 97. And he was sharing how he still cooks for himself. He still cleans. He was getting around. And he does yard work and all that stuff. I was like, wow. And it really reminded me of the times I used to have with my grandparents, because my grandfather used to always spit that wisdom, that knowledge, and we would just sit down and just listen to what he had to say. Now, you may not have understood it, but a lot now I understand, except for the part my grandma told me, old men give you worms. I never understood that part, but that's another story in itself. And I think we need more of that wisdom being spread, dropping that knowledge. Because I was having a conversation with my mom the other day. So we're going through some stuff in our family, and it's not bad. It is what it is, and it could have been avoided, and that is what it is. So now we're just dealing with it. And I think mostly for me, it's just emotionally draining. And I asked her, I said, well, how come, we didn't talk about this stuff when we were younger? And she was like, because you don't think things are going to happen to you. And, you're not taught to think about those. And I was like, well, I think that narrative needs to change. It's time to have some uncomfortable conversation. And that way, I think the emotion is taken out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, that is so dope. Can I get it? Can I turn around? Isn't that dope? That's so big. But time to have those uncomfortable conversations. Because I think a lot of times when emotions are tied into you having to make a decision, I don't always think that the best decision is made, because if you had like a little bit more time, those are so pretty. Aren't those pretty? Those are so pretty. I really like that one. I thought that was, I don't know. I may have to get one of those, but I'm gonna need a bigger pot. But like I was saying, once you take the emotion out of the decisions, I think better decisions are made. But yeah. Oh, and back to the guy that was almost 100 years old. I was helping him open those bags that you put your vegetables in. I absolutely do not like those bags. I have to fight with him sometimes. So I opened it for him, and he was really nice. And he was just saying how when he was younger, he would just sit there and just think about things. And then he was sharing with his mom and other people, and they'd be like, that's not going to happen. And then he said once he went away into the army, all those things that he had seen when he was little, they came into fruition. I thought that was dope. I'm like, so you were visualizing it. And I think when you're a kid, you know, you have these big dreams and whatnot. Because I know I wanted to be a bank teller. Because the bank teller was this cute little black girl that used to sit behind the thing. She was so nice. Remember my mom used to take me to go put money in my little Christmas club account. And she was so nice. But yeah, I wanted to be a bank teller. And then, I don't know. I think sometimes your dreams, they get stepped on, crushed, manipulated, all that good stuff. But I challenge you to dream again. Dream again. Have some big dreams, some big goals. But don't share them with small-minded people. The people that are going to tell you, oh, you can't do that. So instead of saying I can't do that, I say, hey, how can I do that? It's a new mind shift. But yeah. Well, thank you for joining me on today's edition of Thursday Thoughts. I am almost back at the house. I think I'm going to make this banana bread when it's a little bit cooler, so it won't be so hot in the kitchen. Well, my neighbor's outside. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I met this girl when I was walking to the store. Yeah, she worked 3 jobs. She said she was working on like 3 hours of sleep. She has 3 kids and no help. And I know how the struggle was as a single mom when I was in the Navy. I cannot even imagine that. And I think that's why it's so important for community right about now. People that uplift you, people that have your back, people that genuinely love, people that care about you, people that want to see you win. All right, so that has been today's edition of Thursday Thoughts. If you with me live, drop a 1 in the comment. If you're watching replay, drop a 3 in the comment. And holler back at your girl and let me know what your thoughts are. As always, I love God, I love people, and I love to have fun. All right, holla, peace.